Release your ultimate manifesting powers through the power of the law of attraction and your subconscious mind. Hi everyone, Robert Zink, Miracle Mentor and Alchemy Life Coach. And today, you and I, we are both soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle flying in the direction of your dreams and your goals. Releasing your ultimate power through the law of attraction and your subconscious mind. You know, when I was younger, I had the good fortune of spending many evenings with the late, great Jimmy Grippo. And I don't know, he took me under his wing, probably because I was Italian, probably because I looked like I was lost and needed help. But Jimmy worked at Caesar's Palace. He entertained people like Frank Sinatra, John Kennedy, the King of Siam, all kinds of people with hypnosis and with his prestidigitation. He was a master of hypnosis. His teacher lived to 120 years of age using the power of hypnosis and the subconscious mind. Finally got ran over by a donkey cart crossing the street one day. Anyway, that's how it happens. Your subconscious mind has incredible power, especially when it is married to the law of attraction. So high flyers, a little bit of understanding of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is like your grandmother, okay? It does not like change. Do you understand that? Your subconscious mind does not like change. It likes routine. It likes repetition. It wants things organized and the same all the time because the subconscious mind does not understand time and space and all of that. Now, your conscious mind is always looking for new adventures. My little son, Julian, he's always getting into things. That's his subconscious mind. And he wants to explore. You and I want to explore. We want to go new places. We want to do new things. But the subconscious mind, it wants safety. Oh, that's a key word. Understand that word very, very closely. Safety. So when you find yourself in a struggle, you desire to do something, but nothing seems to manifest in that direction. Likely it's your subconscious mind with counter intentions, negative thoughts, fears, doubts, concerns. Why? Because your subconscious mind loves you. It wants to protect you. It doesn't understand that this protection, this overprotection, like your grandmother or a big sister or something like that, this overprotection is actually hurting you and it's stopping you from manifesting what you deeply desire. So I'm going to give you 5 secrets here, 5 techniques that you can use to get your subconscious mind to change and to move with you and to grow and develop and become your ally rather than your opponent in manifesting the life you desire. You know, Rachel and I both believe that you deserve all the money you desire. You deserve the love that you crave. And you absolutely deserve the health that you depend upon. I think one of the problems today is most people are not willing to put skin in the game. Skin in the game simply means they're not willing to sacrifice. They're not willing to take a risk. They want that safety that the subconscious mind gives them. So they're not willing to try new things. High flyers, I see this in mentoring all the time. People are excited. Oh, I want to save my marriage. I want to have a new relationship. I want to build my business. I'm absolutely thrilled about it. I want to make $1 million. I want to buy a new car. I want a dream vacation. Okay, here's what we need to do. Oh, I can't do that. Here's what we're going to do. No, don't make me do that. All these fears and doubts and limiting beliefs start to play out. And the subconscious mind says, oh no, we're not putting any skin in the game. Skin in the game simply means you're investing yourself. You're taking a risk. You're going all out for what you desire and what you deserve. I'm going to ask you a question right now. Are you willing to go all out? I mean, 100% for your deepest desires, goals, and dreams. Write it right down below here. Say, I'm going all out. I'm putting everything into this. Everything I have. And I'm willing to take the time to retrain my subconscious mind so that it works as my friend and ally rather than my opponent and obstacle. High flyers, we're going to go through these 5 secrets or techniques that you can use to retrain your subconscious mind so that it's not working against you. But keep in mind that the 5th one, the last one I'm going to give you, it's an absolute game changer. I mean, it is absolutely the one that will have the greatest impact on shifting your subconscious mind to become an ally in attracting the life that you deeply desire. So the first one is simple. The subconscious mind likes routine. It likes repetition. The conscious mind wants new things all the time. I want this, I want that, gotta have this, gotta have that. But the subconscious mind likes routine. It likes repetition. And so we're going to give it a little bit of that. For the next 28 days, one lunar cycle, you're going to write down your intention in a book 28 times every day. I know that sounds like a lot, but hey, if you've watched our video on 5 by 55, that's even more. So 28 times a day is not that much. As you are writing it down, you are creating energy. You are vibrating, and you are teaching your subconscious mind through repetition. Exactly what your desire is. Take one desire. Write it down for 28 days, 28 times each day. It's that simple. It makes you mindful of your desire, because if you write your desire down 28 times for 28 days, then throughout the day, when you're going through your day, you're mindful of exactly what you desire and your intention. And it becomes stronger each day. Somewhere along this 28-day path, you're going to start to feel internal changes like, oh, wow, I don't feel resistance anymore to my intention. That's because the subconscious mind is slowly beginning to come on board. It's slowly beginning to be your partner in helping you attract and manifest what you desire through the law of attraction. So write it down 28 times, 28 days, very simple. That is step number 1. Step number 2 is meditation. Some people like to meditate when they wake up. Some people like to meditate when they go to bed. The problem is the people that meditate when they go to bed oftentimes do it in bed and then they fall asleep. What we want is we want you in the theta state. And so what I suggest is that if you're going to do it in the evening, do it about an hour before bedtime. Get a purple candle. Oh yeah, purple. That's the energy, that's the color of energy and vibration and expansion. Get a nice purple candle. And under the purple candle, or in front of the purple candle, either one, write out your intention. So it's right there. Sometimes I'll use this. Sometimes I'll even take one of these little things and I'll kind of lean it up against the purple candle. One of these sticky things, or I'll actually stick it to the purple candle. This is a little note that says, "Is your watch off?" It's a note from Rachel. Anyway, so there you go. Do that so that you have the intention, you have the purple candle, and then begin to breathe in through your nose. Hold it out through your mouth. And just stare at the candle flame. And allow the feelings. Feelings are the key. Allow the feelings of your intention, your manifested intention, to come into your energy field, into your mind, as you breathe and stare at the flame. You're going to go deeper and deeper, and your eyes may even close. And continue that visualization. Continue that feeling of having manifested exactly what you desire. Now, if you can get all the way down into theta, you're going to have tremendous results, and you're going to be speaking directly to your subconscious mind. And you can do this. It's a form of self-hypnosis, but it's also a form of meditation. The third method is very, very simple. Get some good binaural beats. And you can get these on Amazon or iTunes or Barnes & Noble. They have several of these binaural beats. And while you're listening to the binaural beat, because what it does is it activates the right side and the left side of the brain. So both sides of your brain are being activated. As you're listening to the binaural beats, you are repeating your intention. I am taking a dream vacation around the world in 80 days, or whatever your intention is. You're repeating it over and over. Now, I highly suggest that you get a good quality binaural beat and you put on headphones. You don't want other sounds coming in. And turn off your cell phone, turn off your TV, close your eyes, listen to these binaural beats, and repeat your intention over and over and over. What happens is your intention now, it matriculates into your subconscious mind, working both sides of the brain. It's very effective and very, very useful. And in addition, it's very cool and fun. Number 4 is to get into the habit of practicing creative visualization. Now, some people will create a special time. Oh, this is creative visualization time. But other people, myself included, I'm visualizing all the time. Okay, so I'm sitting at my desk. I'll take a minute or two and I'll visualize a particular situation, or I will visualize an outcome. I will visualize my intention. Get in the habit of visualizing and visualize new experiences. Be moving in your visualization. In other words, you don't want to just watch yourself on the screen. You want to be in it. It's kind of like the ladder exercise. If you watched that particular video, I don't have you look at the ladder. I have you grab onto the ladder and climb the ladder. And then as you are visualizing your intention, emotionalize it. Oh yeah, that's the key. Emotionalize it. You see, when you emotionalize sitting in that new car, smelling that new car smell, putting your hands on that leather steering wheel, hearing the purr of the engine, when you can visualize it, feel yourself doing it, see yourself doing it, experiencing it. This is creative visualization. And the more you creatively visualize throughout the day, all day long, whenever you have a break. You know, Wayne Dyer used to say the best time to meditate is at a red light, because the guy behind you, he will let you know when it's time to stop meditating. And it's the same thing with creative visualization. You can visualize in small chunks all day long. Well, high flyers, I promised you that number 5 was perhaps the most effective of all. So you're going to take all of your fears, all of your doubts, your limiting beliefs, and you're going to kind of squish them together and create a monster. Because that's what it is. It's a monster that wants to keep you from living the life that you deserve and the life you desire. So now you've got this monster. Let's say your monster is green, has one eye with antennas coming out and red veins through the eye and teeth. And it says, you can't do this. You're too old. You're too ugly. You're too stupid. You don't have enough money. She's never coming back to you. Your monster is just screaming all these things that you cannot do. Now you take a deep breath and feel the power of the infinite universe come into you. Oh yeah, it's already there, but you're awakening to it. And then I put my hands, like so, toward that monster. And I turn it black and white. It's a statue. And now I shrink it in my mind. Now it's a small, little black and white statue. Now I call upon the power of the winds to just blow it into dust and blow it away. I will do that exercise about 10 times. So I'll think about what my fears are. I won't just say my fears. This fear, I fear that I will fail in business. This fear, I feel that my relationship is falling apart. This fear, I feel I'm too old to climb a mountain. Whatever, I will go through the fears that I have in regards to my intention. I may have a lot of other fears in other areas of my life, but I'm going to focus on the fears in regards to my intention. What am I fearing about doing it, about manifesting it? And then I will create this monster. I don't know what your monster looks like. I know what mine looks like. It's green with an eyeball. But yours might look like something else. Whatever it looks like, you create this monster, you freeze it, you shrink it, you call upon the winds, and you send it away. It's that simple. And you do this about 10 times in a row. Not 10 times over 10 days, 10 times at one sitting, over and over and over and over again. And you know, when you're done, you go, I don't have that fear anymore. Okay, I'm ready to jump out of an airplane. Whatever it is, whatever fear is holding you back from your dreams, you can take its life force, shrink it in size, and whisk it away. Oh yeah, feels good. Have a great day because you absolutely deserve it. Hey, and be sure to click the bell icon and subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.